But first, another Fox News alert. New evidence that the White House is trying to change the narrative yet again on the Obamacare rollout. Welcome to America's HQ. I'm Greg Jarrett, in for Bill.
And I'm Marthel Neville. I'm in for Allie today. Well, the administration saying that the 7 million enrollment estimate needed to be reached by March. It was never an actual Obama administration target, they're saying, but critics say this is just another example of the White House moving the goalposts yet again. Chris Starrwald is here. He's a Fox News digital politics editor and host of Power Play on foxnews.com live. Hi, Chris.
Hi there.
All right, so this estimate, it was from the Congressional Budget Office. It started out as 7 million, but as you know, it was lowered to 3.3 million. That would be enrolled for Obamacare by the end of December, and of course 2.1 actually enrolled. So again, it was a projection. So I ask you, was the 7 million projection a fabrication or all along, or was it real and the government just got derailed by the problem-plagued rollout?
It depends on what you think the law is intended to do. And that is currently what's happening. The discussion that's happening in this country right now is, what is the point of Obamacare? When they were selling Obamacare, the point of Obamacare was that it would bend the cost curve, as the president liked to say, make health care more affordable, improve health care for all Americans. It was going to be, as Washington likes to say, a win-win for everybody. But as we get towards full implementation of the law, as we get into this year, as it goes into full effect, what we're finding out is that what the law is really doing is insuring the uninsured, which Democrats say is a worthy goal. But you can't do the other thing. You can't take care of the other Americans. You can't bend the cost curve. You can't change the dynamic on health insurance in America if people don't sign up for this law. And they're not signing up in the numbers that they need, even though more than 6 million policies have been canceled under the law.
So then, Chris, consequently, what about the White House sales pitch? I mean, how does it say to potential customers, especially the young and healthy ones, hey, look, we're doing fine. Obamacare is open for business. Come on in.
Well, what is the shift now for Democrats is, how many seats can they protect in the United States Senate? They need to make sure that Republicans don't win more than 5 seats in the United States Senate. It's an election year. So what they're shifting to is an income inequality and sort of class conflict argument as they're rolling forward. And what they're going to continue to say is, maybe we didn't get the 7 million we needed to make this law economically sustainable. Maybe we didn't get a lot of the stuff that we needed. Maybe those young people you described never came through the door. But we provided health insurance to people who needed it, and that's a good thing. And what Republicans want to do is take it away from them. And that's going to be the argument that Senate Democrats make going forward, is to say that Republicans are cruel and trying to deprive needy people of health insurance.
And if, in fact, that would be the Democrats' argument, then how do the Republicans combat that, saying, no, that's not what we're trying to do, and yet here's some solutions to what it is that you guys were trying to do on your side of the aisle?
Well, if the administration is as far off on its estimates as it is shaping up to be now, especially when it comes to the number of the young, healthy people that you described signing up for the law and becoming paying customers, if it's as far off as that, we stand to see insurance rates go so akimbo in this country, and that for the 80% of Americans who are insured through their employers or an employer to somebody in their family, well, you'll see rates skyrocket and you will see great upset. And at that moment, it will cease to matter very much what any politician says. I would say any incumbent, especially one who voted for Obamacare, would be on their way out.
Well, I mean, and then, of course, you're going to have the customers. They're going to get the last say. They're going to start to rate this new business. We're going to see more reviews, some from satisfied patrons and some who may say, hey, look, guys, this was a bunch of bait and switch. So, I mean, it kind of remains to be seen how this will all play out, right?
Time will tell, but remember, this is the key. If not enough people sign up, if not enough people who don't have to have the insurance, younger people who don't necessarily need it, if they don't sign up, if they don't get enough millions of those, this is going to blow up the cost continuum for everybody else in the country. It's going to be a serious problem, and there's no way around that. There's no number of good news stories that you can tell to undo that. So that's what we're all waiting to see when the administration is finally ready to share that data.
Now, they're sharing this data that in the state of Kentucky, 40% of the 116,000 enrollees there, they were under 35. So we'll see how it all plays out. Chris Starrwald, good to see you. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
Sure.
In the meantime, yet another Obamacare official resigning amid the rollout debacle. This time, Oregon's Health Exchange Director, Rocky King, becoming the second state official to resign. He came under fire, of course, when the online enrollment system failed to go actually live in October. Technical problems with the exchange have forced Oregonians to apply using paper. As of this week, the state's online exchange still has not launched.